guys, welcome back to my channel. Mermaid Nina here. Tonight we're going to talk about strollers. And I know you're probably thinking, strollers? I have to say that I must get client questions regarding strollers at least once a week. So anyone who is in the stroller situation, stay tuned, because not only am I going to answer those top questions that I get over and over again, but I'm going to give you Nina's top 5 tips regarding strollers. And if you don't care about strollers whatsoever, make sure you stay tuned to the end, because I'm going to give you my tip of the week. So let's get started. Strollers at Disney, OMG. I will be honest and say that strollers and I have a love-hate relationship. I hate strollers. Who is with me? I hate pushing them. I hate collapsing them. I hate having to deal with them. But I love that they hold my crap. I love that I can push my kids around, whether they're little or cranky or tired. I can feed them in the stroller, all these great things, which is why I think a lot of parents are like myself. When they're babies and they're toddlers, it's a no-brainer. Of course you bring the stroller. But once they get to that talking and walking and, you know, older stage, like the 5, the 7, the 9-year-olds, you think, do I need a stroller? Do I really need a stroller at Disney? And then if you're like me, you can't wait to get rid of that dang stroller, because after several trips of the pushing and the collapsing and the stroller parking, you've had enough with strollers. So let me go ahead and answer those questions for you. So the first question, of course, I get is, Nina, do I need a stroller at Disney? My kid is blah, blah, blah age. Do I need a stroller at Disney? The easy question is yes. Yes, you need a stroller at Disney. If you are currently strollering at home, is that a word, strollering? If you're using the stroller at home, then yes, you need to use the stroller at Disney. But what if your kid is in that 5, 6, 7 zone where you don't have a stroller anymore at home, but you're wondering if they need a stroller at Disney? Well, this can only be answered by you. I use this example. Can your kid go to the zoo every day for a week from morning until sundown without getting tired? Can your child go for a walk around the block, maybe 5 walks around the block every day for a week, over and over again, without getting tired, without getting whiny and complainy? The answer just might be no. No, I don't think my child could do this. You have to imagine an average trip at Disney is about a week long. If you are going to the parks for 4 to 6 days, that is a lot of walking. It's a lot of walking for little feet. And I know a lot of people get concerned, well, Nina, I don't want people staring at my kid because, you know, my 7-year-old's in the stroller. I will say, who cares? I know the last thing I am looking at is being the stroller person who's like, oh, that kid's too old for the stroller, that kid's too old for the stroller. I don't care. I am hoping most people don't care. If you feel the need to stroller your child, then you go ahead and stroller your child. I know for me, I would stroller mine even into the 7 zone, because I just didn't want to deal with the crankiness. I just didn't want to deal with a child who at noon or 2 o'clock would just get cranky and tired because of their feet. It is so much easier to just plop them in the stroller, give them a snack, and go about your business. I will say that you're not in the stroller that often, because you do kind of get out and in between the rides and the eating and the whatnot, but it is a long walk. You know, for those of you who do the miles and measure how much you're walking, a lot of people are saying they're walking a good 10 to 20 miles a day at Disney. Imagine your little kid doing that for several days in a row. So when push comes to shove, Nina, should I use a stroller at Disney? Yes. Yes, you should. Because it's better than a cranky, whiny child. So that's that question. Second question is, Nina, should I pack a stroller or should I rent a stroller? Should I bring my own stroller? We're actually going to answer that because that's in my top 5 tips. The other question I get constantly is, Nina, can I bring a wagon? No, you cannot, no wagons. A couple years ago, Disney did put out a huge announcement that there will be no wagons. This upset many people, and of course there are those 1 or 2 people that somehow sneak by with their wagon, and someone posted on Facebook and tells all their friends, and everyone assumes, yes, you can bring wagons. No, you cannot. It's actually on their prohibited list of items you cannot bring into the park. No wagons. In fact, when Disney kind of adjusted this announcement, they also gave criteria on how big your stroller can be. So the other question I get is, Nina, can I bring my double, triple, wazoodle, kerboodle, whatever stroller into the parks? The answer is measure it. If it fits within Disney's guidelines, then yes, you can bring it. I do believe their guidelines is about 31 by 51. I'm gonna post it so you guys know. So yes, Disney does have rules against super duper obnoxiously large strollers and wagons. Any sort of wagon, any sort of pushing and pulling. There was a situation where someone was reversing the handle on the wagon, so it was more of a push versus a pull. Disney caught on, my friends, and finally said, no wagons. So there you go. So what should we do? We should get into my top 5 tips. You guys ready? Stroller tips. First tip, which answers the question I just asked. Bringing your own stroller versus renting. I am pro bringing your own stroller. Why? Because you know how to use it. You know how it works. You know how to collapse your stroller, because when you're going in on the bus or other sort of situations, you do have to collapse your stroller. And oftentimes there's a line lining up and you find yourself having to kind of collapse quickly. I have seen parents struggle collapsing their rental strollers. I have seen, and this is another tip, parents struggling because they have 60 cups and 20 snacks and 15 Mickeys and tons of backpacks, and they're trying to gather it and hold it all and collapse the stroller while trying to get on the bus. Again, that's a different tip. So I am very much pro bring your own stroller because you know it. But if you have a stroller that's just too big and too heavy, I do suggest you go with the more lightweight stroller, more of an umbrella style stroller, because that's going to be easier to push for those long days and it's going to be easier to collapse. So if for some reason your stroller at home is not what is needed at Disney, then yes, you do need to rent, especially if you find yourself needing to get a double because you do have 2 kids. You have a kid who's maybe 2 and a kid who's sort of in that I could walk, I could stroller zone. Go ahead and get that double. That way that kid can easily just kind of pop in and pop out. Of course, if you were me, you would just purchase 2 cheap umbrella strollers, and you stroller each kid, each parent has a kid, has a stroller, and you just zoom with those simple umbrella strollers. Again, that's what we did. When my daughter was older, I actually just took her to Babies R Us, back when there was a Babies R Us. I had her get inside all the lightweight umbrella strollers, and the one that fit her the best is the one I purchased. We used it at Disney, we didn't use it. Sometimes we left it in the room, sometimes we parked it in stroller parking, which I will get to, and we left it, we picked it up later, but it was something to kind of just have as a just in case. So yes, bring your own if you can. If not, yes, order. So part of that is, Nina, where do I order a stroller? Well, you can rent them directly from Disney in the parks, but here's the situation. Those strollers are hardback strollers, no comfy cushion. You can't recline them. And you can only use them in the park. So if you have their stroller and oops, your baby or whoever kind of took a little nap in their stroller, but you want to leave, you have to then wake up your child to take them out of the stroller so you can then return the stroller so you can head back to your resort. Had you rented your own stroller from an outside company or brought your own, you wouldn't have to wake your sleeping babe, at least not yet. So I do suggest you order from an outside company. There is a company, I think they're called Scooter Bug, that works with Disney, will deliver to your hotel. It's very convenient. However, I have not heard the best reviews regarding Scooter Bug. So I'm gonna give you Nina's preferred stroller dealer, Kingdom Strollers. I will put the info down below. In fact, if you tell them Nina sent you, you might get a free rain cover. Anyway, Kingdom Strollers, you do have to be there with a Kingdom Strollers representative to kind of pick up and drop off your stroller. This is a new policy Disney changed a year or so ago. But Kingdom Strollers worked out a situation at the airport. So they do have a spot in the airport now where you can pick up your stroller before heading on the Magical Express and then dropping it back off before your flight. So you can use it your entire trip. You don't have to wait for a pickup time and meet the representative with your stroller. You can do it at the airport. So it's very convenient. So make sure you check them out. Again, Kingdom Strollers. Tip number two, decorate your stroller. Why do I need to decorate my stroller? Well, out of the hundreds and thousands of people who have strollers at Disney, there could be the chance that many of them have the same as you. That's right, same City Mini, same brand, same color, same situation. And it's really easy to kind of get flustered and it's hot and maybe a kid's cranky that someone grabs the wrong stroller. So I'm not suggesting there's thieves purposely stealing strollers, although that could be a thing. This is merely so that you can easily identify your stroller and quickly get on the go when you need to. So I usually would get like a bright pink or something color bandana and I would tie it on the handle to my stroller so I could easily see it. This was the same thing I would do to my suitcases. So when the suitcases came, on baggage claim, I could easily tell which suitcases are ours because they had the bright pink bandana. You can also use ribbon, like gift ribbon. You can also just put a sign on your stroller, Smith family, whatever. But you want to decorate your stroller in a way that it's easy to identify as not only your stroller, but hopefully prevents other families from accidentally mistaking it as theirs. Tip number 3. Stroller parking. Stroller parking is a thing at the parks. There is spots in certain areas where you have to park your stroller. Often the stroller parking will be for 2 or 3 rides in the area. So not each ride has stroller parking, but there are areas that are stroller parking that might fit Small World and Peter Pan all in one spot. Tip: cast members often will relocate your stroller. They are not doing this to be mean. They are doing it to keep the flow of guests and everything going about. So they will often relocate your stroller and kind of organize it in a tight, needy fashion. If you just plop your stroller any old place, do not expect that stroller to be there when you get back off the ride. A cast member may have found that stroller and put it where it belongs in the official stroller parking. Stroller parking does change because of capacity and everything going on. The cast members have been moving around where stroller parking is. So the place you parked your stroller before might be different this time around. So make sure you look out for it. Make sure you ask a cast member, hey, I'm going on Haunted Mansion. Where should I park my stroller? A cast member will easily tell you what direction and you'll be good to go. Tip number 4, I kind of touched on this a little bit. But when you're in doubt, just pack it. When you're in that zone of, should I pack my stroller? What should I do? Just pack it. Like I said, often we would pack our stroller. I think we did about 2 trips where we did this. And when we successfully didn't need the stroller anymore, we just said, done, no more stroller, we're good to go. We would pack the umbrella stroller. We would leave it in the hotel room. If someone got cranky, then we knew to go take a nap, bring the stroller back later, or we knew to use it the next day. You can also bring your stroller for the day and park it in stroller parking somewhere. And then when someone gets cranky, just go back and pick up your stroller in stroller parking and then use it for the rest of the day. Again, if I wasn't clear, there are several stroller parking areas within each park. So they are designated areas to park your stroller in front of select rides. So it's not like there's only one spot and it's on Main Street and you have to haul and walk really, really far. No, each little kind of cluster of rides will have their own stroller parking. So yes, when in doubt, just pack it. It doesn't hurt to pack it and see it, because if it saves your trip from having a whiny, complainy child, just do it. Last and final tip regarding us strollers is do not stuff your stroller full. I kind of touched base on this. I have seen the families that had everyone's sippy cups and halfway open bags of chips and granola bars and teddy bears and jackets and hoodies and umbrellas and whatever, all kind of crammed in the bottom of their stroller, you know, in the like storage area. Each and every time you have to collapse your stroller, guess what? You have to take that stuff out. And every time you park your stroller in stroller parking, you're leaving all that stuff behind. Again, I am not saying there are thieves at Disney, but I am saying maybe you should take your stuff with you just in case. So I purposely suggest you do not overly stuff your stroller with things. Don't just shove everything at the bottom of the bins and stick everything in cup holders. I would always still pack a backpack, and I would stuff the snacks and the water and the things in the backpack and put that in the storage. That way, when you go on a ride, all you have to do is park the stroller, lock the stroller, grab the backpack, and go. No one's really gonna steal your random sippy cup or your random little bag of chips, but it's that other stuff, your diaper bag, your other things that you packed. You just don't want them misplaced. You don't want them mistaken as someone else. You don't want them stolen. Bring them with you. So to make that easier, pack all that stuff in a backpack, store that in the stroller, and be good to go. So hopefully this helped you guys a little bit with the strollers. Again, Disney is pro-family. There are families everywhere. You are not the only person with a stroller. You are not going to be the only person strollering, again, that word, a larger or older child, especially if your child is special needs. There are people out there who just need a stroller, and that's okay. No one's judging, no one's staring, and if they are, who cares? So we're moving on. I hope this helped you guys regarding stroller parking. So now for my tip of the week. Guys, I am so in love with this tip. I just found this out yesterday. For any of you who head to Epcot specifically for the food festivals, Food and Wine, Flower and Garden, art, the art festival, all those kind of things where they have the food booths at Epcot, there is an app. I'm going to show you guys, and I'm going to post it up on the screen here. There is an app. It is called WDW Food and Wine. All one word. The Food and Wine is one word. Again, I'm going to pop it up on the screen. And it's an app on your phone that you get. And then they list all the foods that's available per that festival. But even better, you can go into the search bar and you can search by price, by ratings. I'm able to search by my diet, so I could search by vegan and gluten-free. You can search by what's popular and all this stuff. You can even search previous festivals to kind of see what you ate before and you liked versus what you liked now. But this is what it looks like for me because I searched under vegan. It actually posts all the different items that are going to be in the current Flower and Garden Festival and lists them all. So now I know, hey, I can go get my potato pancake here. I can get my grilled baby vegetables here. It is so amazing, guys. I do not know where this app has been basically my entire Disney Epcot life. So that is my tip. Go ahead and download this app because if you are headed to Epcot during any of the festivals, it can be kind of overwhelming because you see all these different booths and they all have different food and you don't know which one you want. So maybe you just eat the first few booths and then you fill up, when really the food you really want is several booths away. So having the app, you can kind of narrow down which food looks best for you and you can make sure you make it to that booth. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed my tip of the week. I hope the stroller kind of top 5 tips info helped you out as well. I hope you guys like my little headband. They are new. I will put the info down below about my headband. Anyway, guys, mahalo for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel. If the subscribe button is red, please click it, turn it gray, hit the bell icon for notifications, like this video, and comment. What other tips and tricks do you guys want to hear about that maybe I can post in the next video? Let me know, and in case you didn't catch my video that I posted last night, I am headed back to the parks. Woohoo! Very, very soon headed back to the parks, so you will see some packing videos regarding that. We got our new updated 2021 Magic Bands that I can't wait to show you guys. So yeah, stick around because there's more fun to come. But for now, guys, mahalo for watching. Nina out.